Kevin Roberts, CEO of Saatchi Saatchi, is by far one of the longest-standing CEOs in the world. In 1997, Saatchi Saatchi was in deep trouble, with morale at an all-time low, and Roberts was brought in to restructure the business drastically. Against all odds, Roberts was able to get things in Saatchi Saatchi moving again in 1 year. And it was under his able leadership that Saatchi Saatchi transformed into one of the best advertising agencies around the world. In September of 2006, Saatchi Saatchi won a $430 million JCPenney contract because of the idea of love marks, which was invented and promoted by Roberts, and today stands as a concept Saatchi swears by. Ladies and gentlemen, we bring you the man himself, Kevin Roberts. What brings you to India?
I haven't been here for 25 years. Saatchi Saatchi's got new leadership here. It's a very exciting time for us. We've seen the growth of digital, the growth of creativity, growth of one of our largest clients, Procter & Gamble, who've been doing very well here for the last 2 or 3 years. We work with Kraft, Cadbury all over. Cadbury, of course, is a fantastic institution here in India. They want to introduce lots of new brands, so I thought it was a really good moment to come, visit, rev up the troops. I've just spoken to the agency, and really look forward to leading or taking a part in this new digital creative revolution that's happening in India.
You know, I really want you to throw some light on the term that you've coined, which is that we currently live in a VUCA world, VUCA. And what does that mean, and what is this complex world leading to, really?
I think there's a reality out there, right, that we live in a world that is not predictable, that is not static, that isn't growing in a measured way. It's a world that is volatile, that is uncertain, that is complex, and that is ambiguous. And it's a world where execution counts more than strategy. It means to win, and winning might not be everything, but wanting to win is, right? To win in this world, you've got to be more flexible and faster than ever before.
But what does the VUCA world mean for brands?
It means you've got to learn to give up control so that you're no longer in control, right? You've got to give up control to the people. Brands, as we knew them, are dead, you know, because everything is now a brand. It's become commodified. The future beyond brands is to add emotional stability to those brands. Brands create loyalty for a reason, you know, because they get rid of dandruff or they make your skin look soft. But all good brands do that nowadays. We've written a book called Love Marks, which said the future beyond brands is a brand that creates loyalty beyond reason, beyond price, beyond benefit, beyond attribute. This nation, a love mark in this nation is Sachin Tendulkar. You love him when he's not scoring runs. Of course, you love him more when he's scoring runs and winning test matches for you. But the amount of emotion that people feel for this guy is beyond a brand. Dravid was a brand. Tendulkar's a love mark.
You know, I also believe that you are very firm about looking at the acquisition route. Is that something you're also very keen on in India, or in India you're looking at more organic growth? I
think we'd like to accelerate digitally in India, and we're talking to a couple of outfits here that have great capability, because the skill set technology-wise in India is pretty strong. Yeah, I think we'd like to accelerate our growth through acquisition digitally in India. And
I was speaking to some of your Indian colleagues, and they were saying that there are a lot of plans that you have in place that's currently underway for the Indian operation. If you could throw some light on how you're looking to really beef up not only creativity but also organizationally.
You know, we have a great purpose at Saatchi. We know what we're trying to do. We're trying to fill the world with love marks. So we've brought in a guy called Matt Seddon, who's been with us for 15 years, knows the culture, knows the business, has been in the Philippines, has been in Malaysia, has been in Vietnam, understands great work, and he bleeds Saatchi Saatchi. So he's coming in here. He's very excited about it. He's been here for the last 2 months, and he's got a mandate to grow. Don't
you think China was given a lot of emphasis with you having a China champion and, you know, really trying to get your act together in China as opposed to India?
Yep.
Why was there so much concentration on China?
We had to pick someplace, so we picked China first, Brazil second. Now we're going to put our focus onto India.
And what's the kind of growth that you're getting from the Asian region as of now?
Double digit. You know, China will be in our top 5.
Could you give me the top 5 regions?
The US, Brazil, the UK, China, and then a bunch of others, you know, big European countries.
Right. So where does India really fall?
Not even in the top 20 at the moment. Where should it fit? Top 10.
What are your 3 big, to-do things in the next 5 years that you must achieve?
Yeah, in the next 5 years, we've got to become top 10 in India. That's the single most important thing that's driving me now, because we look at the world. We've achieved that in Brazil and China. We are close to that in Russia. We will be there this year. We have to do that in India. We have to transform into a fast, flexible surfer. Not a manager or a leader, because in this VUCA world, it's how you surf, it's how you catch the wave, how you ride it to the max, get off before you wipe out and catch the next one. So we've got to transform into being much faster, and we've got to become a digital leader.
Thank you so much for joining us, Kevin. Truly a pleasure to have you on the show.
I really enjoyed it.